Okay, I thought I'd quickly make this video on how to separate your audio on OBS. One that's good for recording, but also for your live streaming, so that let's say you want to, listen to music, but you don't want it to be output through to your VODs or through clips. So I'll show you how to set that up, as well as if you want to, for example, vibe to your own music and you want non-copyright music played out to the stream. So I'll go through all of that with you now. It'll take us about sort of 20 minutes or so if you've got that time, hopefully. But yeah, it's super simple once you get your head around it. I'll explain everything as I go along as well. So we've started off with, I've just added the microphone and a display capture just so you can see what I'm doing. The first thing you want to do is head over to, if you search for VB audio cable in Google, or if you go to this website, vb-audio.com/cable, you want to download and install these, these virtual cables. Now, you get one for free. So what we want to do, so let's say I think you'll need two if you want to just output something to the stream but not to the VOD. But if you want to have it so you're playing music through your headset, so copyright music through your headphones, but also non-copyright music out to the stream, you'll probably need three. You can get up to 5 altogether. So this one's free. This one costs, I think, about $5 to donate to get these two, and I think an extra $5 for them as well. But for what we'll only need 3 altogether. So once you've downloaded that, when you install it, you'll have to run it as an admin, and then it'll ask you to reboot once you've done that. So once you have done that, it'll show up. If you search under your system sounds, okay, you search under system sounds, you should have a bunch of different cable inputs now showing up. So the first thing you want to do is set cable input as your default. So we're going to set this one as your default device. Okay. When you test that, again, that should play through your headphones. Okay. Once you've done that, you want to go to recording, and for you should have cable output, cable A and cable B. For each one of these, you want to go on to listen. And listen to this device, and you want to play it through whatever your headphones are. So right now I've just got some Sennheisers plugged in through the audio jack, so it shows up as speakers and headphones. So that's, if you've got a USB one, it'll show up here. You just want it to be whatever your headphones are. Okay, so you want to do that for each one of these. Let me check. I've done it for that one. Yeah, let me check. I've done it for this one as well. Okay, there we go. So listen to this device through your headphones. Okay, so now what we've got is we've set up separate audio cables, and that's the setup for that. So the next thing that we want to do is go to your sound. So go to your sound settings. So it should show up on this one. It'll say, look, yeah, you've got your input as your default device, and this actually should be on my microphone. So podcast, right? So that's my microphone. All right. Next, you want to go to your app volume device preferences, and you see, yeah, I've got my input as the microphone, output as my input. And you'll have Spotify, Amazon, if you've got both of them. This is what I'm using. If you've got iTunes or whatever, again, it should show up here. If it doesn't show up here, you might just need to go onto the app and play something, so it'll show up here. So if you just hit play on, for example, Spotify, it should pop up here. Now right now I've got everything set as default. That just means that everything is currently being played through my default input device. Okay. What you want to do is, let's say we're just going to, be doing it with Spotify. You want to play music, but you don't want it to show up through VODs or clips. Okay, so we'll do it with Spotify. You want to set this up as cable A. Okay, so VB cable A. You've got cable A, so you've got cable input, cable A, and cable B. So we'll just set this up as cable A, and then that's that setup for this, for this sort of setup. So you're going to go to your OBS now. You need to go into your settings. First thing you're going to do is you're going to go to output, and in streaming, you're going to set the audio track as 1. This is just whatever is played out to your live stream. All right, that's going to be on audio track 1. If these are grayed out, you'll just need to go to your recording, go to audio track, and tick all of these. All right. I don't think you'll need 6, but 5 is usually enough. You might need 6 if if you've got Discord and stuff like that. If you want to add that onto a separate audio track, you can do that as well. But yeah, I've ticked all 6 anyway. But if it's grayed out, then that's what you need to do. For your Twitch VOD, so if you tick that, you want your Twitch VOD track to be number 2. Okay. You can put it as any other number. It's up to you. I'm just using number 2. It really doesn't make a difference. So that way you've got a live streaming one and what's put out to your VODs as well as your clips. Okay. And then the final thing that you need to do is if you go to your audio, you go to advanced and monitoring device. You want to set your so you want to set your monitoring device to your whatever your headset is. Again, I'm using the speakers, my speakers and headphones. It's going through the headphone jack. That's what I'm using. Okay. Those are the 3 main things that you need to set up on there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to start adding things into your OBS. So let's add our desktop audio first. Okay. So I've already had them added, but I'll show you what you do. When you add them, it'll tell you what device are you adding. And right now we're going to add the cable input, that's your default. Okay, you can leave it on default if you want, but that's what we're going to use. Your cable input, which is anything that plays through your computer in terms of your in-game music, or if you've got Chrome or anything like that, it's going to play on a separate audio track on your input. This is your default one. Okay. And then obviously the next one you're going to add is your let's create new. Okay, let's say this one is Spotify. Okay, and in your Spotify we set as cable A, remember? So we got this set up as cable A. We can see it on here. It's set up as cable A. Okay. And that when we hit that, we can hit OK. So now you've got your Spotify on a separate one as well. Just to explain what we're doing, essentially, we're telling this to go through the input, the separate audio, and because we've got it listening to it, we can hear it as well through your headset. You can hear it through your headset, and it'll show up separately as here on here. Okay. So that's the main. That's what we've got set up at the moment. You can also add your alerts as well. So let's say you've got alerts through Streamlabs, which I think I do, and yeah, again, for your alerts, you want that to control the audio via OBS. So again, if you've got anything that's coming through a browser source, if you've got any certain like alerts or anything that goes through extensions or anything like that that you need a browser source for, and it's showing up, through your OBS, you want to make sure you control the audio via OBS. That's quite important. So it'll show up here. Okay. Next, what you got to do is if you go to Advanced Audio Properties. So right click here, Advanced Audio Properties, you'll see everything is separated here. For your alerts and anything through a browser source that plays through OBS, you want to make sure that the audio monitoring is set to monitor and output. Okay. Let's just cancel all of these so this is what you should see. Everything should be ticked at the moment for these when you first go into it, but just untick everything, leave everything on for track 1. And I'll go through this next. So yeah, alerts, monitor and output. Okay, that way whenever you play a test and alert, it'll show up through your alerts here, but you'll also hear it through your headphones and it won't double up. Okay, so that's quite important. Next, so we've got, remember when we went into the settings, we've got track 1 as this is your live stream track. So whatever's playing to your live stream, you've got your alerts, your audio, your microphone, and our Spotify music. Okay. For number 2, we had what's playing out to the VOD. So if anyone makes a clip, or if anyone looks through your VODs, this is what's going to be output there. So in this situation, what we want is everything except for Spotify. Okay. So I'm not entirely sure how Twitch work with in terms of their copyright, how they catch you and stuff like that. I know usually it's through your VODs. That's why everyone had to sort of purge their VODs, because that's where they got the strikes from. I'm not entirely sure how they can catch you live stream, but again, you do this at your own risk. It's entirely up to you. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But what all this means is you're playing everything through your live stream, but if someone tries to make a clip or they look through your VODs, they're not going to get your Spotify there. Okay? And the rest is mainly for if you're recording. So if you're recording and you want to manually change the volume of each of these, for your if you're putting stuff on YouTube, then let's say you'll have your desktop audio that'll be on its own track. Okay, so that'll be your essentially in-game sounds and stuff like that will be on its own track, so you can manually change the volume of that. You want your microphone on its own track, and then alerts and Spotify. I mean, it's up to you. I'd probably put them together because you're probably going to mute that track as well. So you'd probably mute, these two and number 5, and then work with these two when you drag this into like Sony Vegas or Premiere Pro, whatever you use. So whenever you record and you save it. You drag it into your thing, it'll show up as several different audio tracks here. Okay, and obviously you just find out which ones are everything and just mute them, and that way you've got a little bit more to work with, and you can mute specific. You can reduce the volume of specific ones if, let's say, the volume's a bit too loud at one point. You've got a little bit more control there. So that's the main reason why you do this as well. Okay, and that's as simple as that in terms of getting everything sorted. That's the main setup there. One thing to keep in mind of is because it's all added as a separate audio track on here, and the volumes of these are sort of all over the show. The best thing to do is just in your audio mixer, because obviously it's whatever's put in, output to the stream. You want to just fiddle with these, because they'll be just like put at 100% at the beginning, and everything will just be really, really loud. So obviously, you know how to fiddle with that. Just literally have a look. Your microphone you want to be the loudest, so if you want to put that up a little bit, just make sure it doesn't hit the red, so you don't hurt anyone's ears. Everything else, if you just hit play on, let's say, music. So let's say with Spotify, if I hit play, there you go. Yeah, so it'll show up on Spotify. It won't show up anywhere else, but if it's too loud, you want to lower it down a little bit. And, same with playing anything through your desktop, and same with your alerts. Just test an alert. Test an alert real quick. There we go. If I test an alert.
This is a test.
There you go. So you want to make sure that obviously the sound, it's not too loud or whatever. You know how to do that, but everything will be now on a separate audio track. Okay, and you'll just need to re-add these into a new scene if you make a new scene, but that's pretty much that. Now, if you want to listen to your own music, vibe to your own music, but also give something for your stream to listen to, then all you'll need to do is so right now, let's say I've got my Spotify. Let's say I want the stream to listen to non-copyright music on Spotify here. Okay, so you got Spotify, you've got non-copyright music playing on there, but you want to listen to your own music, and you want that to be, something that you vibe to that might be copyrighted music. Okay, all we need to do is let's say you'll need to play it through a separate audio device. So right now, let's say I'm using Amazon Music. If I can grab the flipping thing. Here it is. Yeah, right. Nope, that's not it. That's Spotify. Here we go. Right again. Here we go. Right. So let's say I want to listen to my own music on here, but I don't want the stream to listen to it. Okay. And they can listen to Harris Heller or whatever non-copyright music you've got on Spotify. Then you need to go to your settings here, and under your your Amazon Music or whatever it is that you're playing your non-copyrighted music on, so your copyright music on, should I say. You want to put that on a separate audio cable. So I'm going to put it on B. Let's put that on B. I'm sorry. Put it on B. Right. So you've got, just to recap, you've got this one on your cable input. That's your default. Everything else is going through your input. You've got your Amazon music, which is your copyright music, playing through cable B. And you've got your one that's going out to the stream going through cable A. Okay. Now, right now, you'll be if you play music on both, it'll show up through your headset on both, so you'll be able to hear both of them. Right. All you need to do to stop that is if you go again to your sound settings, change system sounds, and then recording. So you've got through B, that is your that's your Amazon Music. Okay, so you just need to make sure A, which is your Spotify, that doesn't come in through your headset. Okay, you hit apply there. Then whenever you play music, I can hear that. You can't hear that. Okay. And if you play something through Spotify, again, you can hear it, but I can't. And that's how you do that. It's as simple as that. If you do have any issues, let me know. Get in touch with me. Drop me a message, whatever. I'm pretty much free all the time. But yeah, that's as simple as that. Let me know how you get on. And yeah, that's that.